Rey Mysterio sends a message after Penta makes WWE debut on Raw. WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio has reacted to Penta's massive debut on tonight's episode of Raw. The Lucha legend heaped big praise on the former AEW star on Raw shortly after his win over Chad Gable.Pentagon Jr. has finally arrived in WWE and has become an instant fan favorite. He defeated Chad Gable in his debut on tonight's edition of Raw. Shortly after Penta's big win in his debut, WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio had a chat with Jackie Redmond and opened up about the ex-AEW star. "I've known Penta for quite some time now, and I've always envisioned Penta's true home to be WWE. Well, he just went out there and proved to me and the whole world why he's here. Mysterio is still actively wrestling on WWE TV at 50 years of age. Many in the WWE Universe would love to see Penta feud with Mysterio somewhere down the line before the Hall of Famer hangs up his boots." Penta's debut was quite impressive, but only time will tell if Triple H handles him well on the main roster. Rey Mysterio Addresses Penta WWE signing. Rey Mysterio has commented on former AEW star Penta making his debut on the January 13th episode of WWE Raw. The comments came during a commercial break on last night's WWE Raw and was shared on social media by _PW Chronicle. Highlights from Penta's WWE Raw debut match can be seen below this news story, with Mysterio later going on to say, "I've known Penta for quite some time now, and I've always envisioned Penta's true home to be WWE. Well, he just went out there and proved to me and the whole world why he's here." Penta was victorious in his debut against Chad Gable and would go on to refer to WWE as his new home in post-match comments. The match and post-match promo reportedly received some backstage negativity as they apparently went over the time for which they were allocated. Rey Mysterio comments on Penta's debut with WWE from the January 13th, 2025 edition of Raw. As seen during the January 13th, 2025 edition of WWE Raw, former AEW star Penta defeated Chad Gable in his debut match with the company. During one of Raw's commercial breaks, Rey Mysterio gave his thoughts on Penta's arrival in WWE. "I've known Penta for quite some time now, and I've always envisioned Penta's true home to be WWE. Well, he just went out there and proved to me and the whole world why he's here." Mysterio and Penta have a history together that includes their 2016 match in the Lucha Underground promotion. Are WWE stars Penta and Rey Mysterio related? Since both individuals wear masks, many are asking if they are connected. Unfortunately, no, the two stars aren't related. The former United States champion has long been one of the top WWE stars. He wrestled as an underdog in the early years of the Stanford-based promotion. However, he slowly became a threat to other stars. Mysterio is one of the most beloved stars in the entire pro wrestling industry. Young fans love to wear his masks to different shows that WWE also intends to do the same with recently signed star Penta. A few hours before his debut, the global sports entertainment juggernaut released his merchandise on the WWE shop. He defeated Chad Gable in a stellar contest. With both stars wearing masks, fans questioned if the duo were related. Perhaps they aren't related to each other, but might be involved in tag team action. Rey Mysterio talked about Penta's WWE debut. The former United States champion was a top cruiserweight for many years. He recently spoke out about the arrival of the former AEW star. In an exclusive interview, Rey Mysterio said that the former AEW World Tag Team Champion always belonged in the WWE. He also stated that Penta proved why he should be on the roster. "I've known him for a long time, and I always thought his true home would be WWE. He's shown the world why he's here," he said. Rey Mysterio should not face recent WWE signee. Former manager shuts down the notion. WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio continues to perform at a high level and is regarded as one of the company's best performers of the 21st century. However, Konnan believes Mysterio should not face recent WWE signee Pentagon Jr. right off the gate. On the premiere of Raw on Netflix last week, the company began promoting Pentagon Jr. There was significant buzz ahead of the show that the former AEW star was going to show up on live television, but things did not pan out that way. Needless to say, he is expected to make his presence felt soon. Many speculate that he will be revealed tonight as Chad Gable's mystery opponent. Speaking on K100, The former manager Konnan said that the recent signee was not in the building for last week's show, even though many had ascertained his debut was pulled at the last minute. I don't even think he was in the building because I spoke to Rey, and I was like, did Penta get there yet? And it was kind of late. He goes, no, I don't think he's here today. I think the reason he wasn't there is because they had so much going on, and maybe he thought Penta was a big enough name. But if he would have gone out there, he would have got a humongous pop, and people would have said, okay, this guy is a star. Konnan said. Konnan then shot down the idea of Rey Mysterio versus Pentagon Jr. The veteran clarified that if the story makes sense, he has no issues with it. However, just because a new signee is Mexican does not mean they have to wrestle the biggest little man of WWE. I don't think every time a Mexican comes in, you have to put him in with Rey. Look at Dom. So, whatever makes the most sense. He added Konnan believes Rey Mysterio has taken on the role The Undertaker had in WWE previously. The Undertaker was the locker room leader back in the day. Upon his retirement, this role must have gone to the other longtime veterans of the company, such as Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio. Konnan echoed this sentiment on his podcast recently. The former manager, who inducted the Luchador legend into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2023, believes that Mysterio was carrying on the role of the locker room leader behind the scenes. Watch the clip above as WWE shared a throwback to the 2010 edition of the Royal Rumble ahead of the annual show, featuring The Undertaker and Rey Mysterio, battling over the World Heavyweight Championship. Former AEW star to enter Royal Rumble match. Rey Mysterio retires at WrestleMania. 4 possible directions for Penta after triumphant WWE debut. After several weeks of speculation, Penta made a huge impact with his WWE debut on the second episode of Raw on Netflix. The Luchador emerged as Chad Gable's mystery opponent, and the two had a great back-and-forth contest to kick off the in-ring portion of the night. The night was obviously special for the former Impact World Champion, as his family was present in the front row and shown on camera throughout the match. Penta even cut a post-match promo declaring it was a new era of Penta. That new era can go in one of the next 4 directions after his successful WWE debut on Raw tonight. Braun Breaker has been battling Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser for the better part of the last few months. He's defeated both in singles action and a triple threat match at the end of 2024. The Celtic Warrior will get another shot at the title at Saturday night's main event, but Breaker needs new challengers. If he's ever going to be thrust into the main event scene in WWE, officials have to gauge how the newcomer can do as a mid-card champ first. Penta obviously has the aura and charisma to match his in-ring game. If he continues to build his resume of good matches, fan,